Hi, I'm Martial Arts Master Bill Fitzpatrick, welcoming you to lesson number 3 of the Master Real Estate course. Remember this very important fact from lesson 1. After just a few months of research, you're going to know more about property values in your small, specific investment area than most real estate agents. Next, consider that most buyers and sellers will invest hundreds of thousands of dollars on the flimsy advice of these agents. Well, this will not be you. When the time comes, you're going to negotiate from a basis of strength, based upon your own research, and not having to rely on wishful thinking. There is a wealth of free public information about your small, specific investment area at your local government offices and on the internet. I want you to be prepared for success by gathering and studying all the government information related to your area. Now, in the beginning, gathering and absorbing all of this general information, well, it's going to seem like a daunting task. You have time. Be patient. Take one step at a time. Keep your eye focused on the prize, which is comfortable retirement in 20 years or even less, which is a legacy of wealth that could last, well, it could last forever. Now, I say the word could because when you're gone, your kids just go out and they sell the properties, well, then the money machine ends. Knowing how to raise smart, responsible kids is what we talk about in the Master Success course. This is the Master Real Estate course. Okay, now back to our research. And our research means your work. This is the work of the course. In many areas, public records and information are available online. There will be information about your small, specific investment area in the mayor's office, in the town clerk's office, in the building department, the health department, the police department, the fire department, at the zoning board, at the Board of Appeals, in the assessor's office, and of course, the housing authority and your local planning board. Gathering all this information, you say, well, what do I want to know? Well, this is your small, specific investment area that's going to make you a millionaire, so you want to know everything. Now, what will average people think about all of this research that you're doing? Well, average people are going to think you're nuts. However, they are not the ones who are going to get rich from real estate. You are. What do you care about what average people think? You don't care. If you have taken the Master Small Business course, number 1, you know rule number 3 to entrepreneurial success, and that is that you go out and you find the people who have done or are doing what it is that you want to do, and then you copy them. You do what they are doing. You identify and you talk with the successful real estate investors in your area. They know. You don't need to talk to your sister-in-law about whether you should buy a property. You don't have to talk to the guy who's mumbling to himself at the local diner about real estate investing. You're going to identify, you're going to research, you're going to find the experts, the actual real estate investors in your community, and you're going to talk to them. Now, in my early 20s, I owned a few residential properties, and I thought, well, I should diversify a little. I'd like to own a commercial property. I was a high school teacher working part-time in a small real estate office. That office was located in a strip of 8 stores. The block of stores was owned by an old lady. An old lady who, well, she made a decision to sell the property. Oh, she wanted to sell, I wanted to buy. Now, the best part was that my boss asked me to do the property appraisal for the old lady. Well, I was young and, well, maybe just a little arrogant and, well, not very smart about real estate. Not yet anyway. So my job was to put a price on a property that I was going to buy, and then I was going to collect a commission on a property that I was going to buy myself. Hey, at the time I thought, boy, I'm a lucky genius. Now I figured that the stores were worth $50,000. So I told the boss to offer the old lady $45,000 and to ask for a 10% commission rather than a 5% commission. Well, being the young real estate genius that I was, I figured, well, the old lady's not going to object, and I can use the extra commission money as my down payment to buy the property. This was a brilliant plan. Well, I was so smart and so confident and so cocky that I started acting like I already owned the 8 stores. And I went and I told the other business owners in the other stores that I was going to make significant improvements to the property. What did I do? Well, I scared the other store owners into thinking that, well, my making these improvements meant that I'd be raising their rents when I took over. I was in no rush. A few days later, the boss called the old lady with my offer. The old lady said to thank me, but that she was selling the property to someone else without paying any commission. A Mr. Shulman. Hey, I knew this guy, Shulman. He owned a local hardware store. I raced over to Shulman's store and angrily told him that he had stolen my deal. And guess what happened? Shulman laughed in my face. He told me that he had heard from some of the other business owners that some loudmouth was bragging about buying the block and raising rents. So Shulman said that he immediately contacted the old lady directly, and he made his offer, and his offer was accepted. Personally, I never liked Shulman. 30 years after this botched sale, I heard that Nate Shulman had died and that once again the store block was for sale. In 30 years, the property had increased in value from $50,000 to $800,000. I called Nate's son another little, who told me that his father had never forgotten our fight and that his father never liked me. Trying to be humble, I admitted to the son, well, I was young back then and I was a jerk. The son said, yeah, I can see that because you're still a jerk. He basically told me, don't call us, we'll call you. Well, I wasn't waiting by the phone for Nate Jr.'s call. That original real estate deal should have been mine, but I made nothing, zero. The Shulman family made $750,000. Well, I never forgot the lesson I learned from my big mistake. In real estate, a deal is a deal when you have it in writing. Until then, shut up. Now, I usually end my lessons with, let's do it. But after this story, I have to say, let's not do it.